Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I am your host, Reese. This is Research Reality, and very cool question came up into my feed, into my awareness. Well, this was a question, right? I have been manifesting, whatever, my specific person for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, whatever, right? Doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter because have you really been manifesting this person for 6 months, for a year, 2 years? How do you know that? The calendar, whoop de doo, right? But how do you really know that? Like, what? How do you know? How do you know what you've been doing? Because let's open this up a little bit more. I was going to talk about it in a different way, but something just clicked in as I was talking. Let's say your entire life, the life that you are experiencing right now, one variation of that life, one entire experience of that life, you have been unfolding as the physical experience of a person who experiences love with that person. Why is it not I've been manifesting my whole life? Because you have. You've been manifesting your entire life. You haven't just been manifesting this person for 6 months. You've been manifesting them your entire life. Your entire life, you have been manifesting this experience of being in love and experiencing that love from them your entire life. It hasn't even been 6 months. It's not been a year. It's been not been 2 years. It's your entire life experience has been up until this physical point, and the entirety of it exists right now. So what are you doing? You see, we come here, zip into three-dimensional reality, or rather, three-dimensional reality from our viewpoint appears in and as our viewpoint, but it always existed, right? You never not existed. So it's even difficult to word something that has always existed other than it's always existed. But anyway, concession to time for a moment. Let's just say you physically manifested yourself at some point, right? Obviously, you're born. From then, you've been going to in your perception, some forward direction. But not really, right? Because every single moment you've manifested within your true self, right? Within your awareness, you've been manifesting yourself. So you're in the screen as whomever, and the screen is within you as I am, because I am first and foremost, right? So you haven't actually been manifesting the specific person from when you remember. You've actually been manifesting the specific person ever since you came into existence, which is forever, which is always. You see, you don't just have an experience from right now. You have the experience of everything that's happening right now for the entirety of it. So when I say I am with my specific person, the person that I love, it's from birth. The life that I've lived is from my birth now onward, all one thing. So you actually remove the thought that I've been manifesting this specific person for 6 months, whereas I've manifested an entire life and I've been living that life, and I am living that life, and I choose to continue living the life where me and so have been together from some point in my 3D physical appearance, and I'm going to continue down that physical unfolding because it's my preference. I love this person. I want to continue experiencing my life with this person as my companion, as my person, as the love of my life, as the person that I want to experience physical reality in that relationship with. Because now it becomes that I'm not actually been manifesting this person. It's like I've chosen a life story, right? I've chosen a life. That's basically what you're doing. You're choosing a fundamental, entire life story now. Start to finish. That's what you're doing. Yes, sometimes it looks as if the story in three-dimensional reality is something far beyond it. But those are just appearances, and anything can appear. If you accept yourself to be a multi-dimensional being, that I'm not just living that one life, I'm living all of those lives, and I can, at times, in every moment, experience the manifested appearances of my multi-dimensionalness as in alternative things where I'm not with this person, where they're not in my life, where there might as well be an infinite distance between us. And that is one possibility, because the possibility of your chosen life where you are with this person can only exist alongside the context of it not existing, as in and not an experience. So you typically experience both. Now it comes into your awareness as this is who I choose to be. This is who I choose to be, and I've chosen that path long before I became conscious of it. Otherwise, why would you be here? If this wasn't already your choice, why would you be sitting here? So, no, but it's not my choice. This is happening. It's like, no, forget about when you think you started to manifest whatever it is you wanted to manifest, right? Just forget about that for a second. Before you knew any of this stuff, you got to a certain point. So that certain point must have been your unconscious choice to be here with that specific idea that you want to live, right? And because you got here to this idea of the specific thing that you want to live, you must have always been on the path where this is your preference. That is just your preference, right? So you haven't actually been manifesting Jack for 6 months, because the 6 months don't even exist. You're just continuingly identifying with a random section of time that you're creating and saying, well, no, for 6 months I've only wanted this. No, you haven't. You've had this reality within you this whole time, and you've been unfolding it this whole time. I remember there was a post about somebody marrying their specific person. The experience of it wasn't like love, because they weren't being their best self, ideal self, whatever, those kind of things. And then they divorced, but they remained kind of okay friends. And then when she finally let go of whatever it was holding her back from loving the person that she loves completely, they got back together. But it wasn't that version of him that she married the first time. It was a different version of him, because it's a different version of her. We don't see the break. You can't see the break in linear time. You can't see the seam. There isn't one. There's no seam. It's seamless, seamlessly coming in and out of your reality with these stories that make so much sense that you believe them to be true. You believe these stories to be so true that it could only have been that way. But right now you are the version of yourself that you choose to be. You're just experiencing everything that you are not. How are you going to experience that? All of it's happening within you. Everything is happening within your physical self. Within your metaphysical self. That's it. So who are you? No, I am that version of myself from birth until death. All happening now. I have been, I am, and I will continue to be the physical experience and having the physical experience of being that identity who is in love and is loved by my specific person, because that's the physical reality I am aware of. It's within me and it's my choice. Everything else is just myself letting go, not holding on to thoughts, feelings, emotions, circumstances, ideas, stories that no longer serve me. Because those stories don't help me experience what it is I want to experience anyway. I've been manifesting this for 6 months and I've gotten nowhere. Why would you want to hold on to that? That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't get you anywhere. It's just saying I haven't gotten anywhere. Sure, when you say you haven't gotten anywhere, you haven't. You think that. Reality doesn't think that. Reality is moving, because typically when people say nothing has changed, it got worse. Those are two paradoxical ideas. How can nothing have changed but it got worse? Something had to have changed then, right? You change to see yourself as all that is, accepting the appearances of all things. When you accept the appearance that your specific person can block you, you can experience being blocked by them. You can experience them being with someone else. You can experience yourself being with someone else. And you can also assume and experience being with your specific person right now. And when you do that, it feels really, really good. Why does it feel really, really good? Because you're imagining something that is true for you right now. When you imagine your specific person with somebody else, or see them with someone else, or you experience those things that we call triggers, it doesn't feel good. Not because of what you're seeing. It doesn't feel good because you immediately start to think, I am not who I am. And that's impossible. That's why you don't feel good. So when you don't feel good, just know what I'm seeing is telling me that what I'm seeing is me telling myself I am not who I say I am. And that's not true. You are. That's not true. You are. You feel like, and honestly, it can get really confusing. There's a whole lot of information. There's so much information about this stuff where it gets confusing. You're trying to get your thoughts right, trying to get your feelings right, trying to get the circumstances right, trying to get the conditions right, trying to think properly, trying to be more aware, trying to be God, trying to be this, trying to live this way, trying to live as that, trying to be this way, trying to keep your mind off the conditions, accepting what the conditions are, being in the conditions, saying, oh no, that's not my 3D reality, I don't know what to do with this, I'm just gonna avoid it. That's my conditions, I'm going to pull it closer. You literally cannot do any of that. You can't do anything. It's really annoying. Annoying feeling, to be honest. You really can't do anything. You really can't do anything. And somehow that is also a relief that you just can't do anything. Just stop trying to do anything. Just stop trying to do whatever it is you're trying to do. Don't do it. Just don't do it. If you're thinking about doing something, imagine doing it and leave it. Honestly. Because there's so much information. It's like, oh no, you can't get something from the 3D, but it feels as if you get something in the 3D. It feels like you're trying to fight these thoughts as if you're not thinking them. And the only thing you can truly do is accept that every one of these things is happening within you. Every single one of these things is happening inside of what multidimensional perfection that you exist as. Because you are that. You are this perfect being. Every single thing is perfect. Every single thing is perfect. I don't care if you hate it, love it, prefer it, don't prefer it, want it, unwanted. Thoughts about this and that, thoughts about feeling miserable, thoughts about feeling as if everyone's living their life and you're not living a life, or finally you're living a life and you finally got something, blah, 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 blah. regardless of whatever it is you think, say, do, be, believe, assume, all this nonsense, it is genuinely unfolding perfectly. It really is. Because when you make this simple assumption that God is perfect, God is peace, God is love, God is creating continuously, and you are that creation, experiencing, knowing that you are one and also the creator, manifested consciously. Because everything in your awareness is I am, but you're the only thing that is conscious. Everything creates its own reality. Everything's having a experience of itself being whatever it is, and your I am is experiencing being what it is. But you are the only thing that can consciously change its viewpoint. Everything else exists in its own viewpoint, but it can't consciously change it. So you can change your viewpoint, and the only way you can change your viewpoints, well, you're always changing your viewpoint rather, the only way you can consciously choose your viewpoint is to know that all the viewpoints exist within you. All viewpoints exist within you. All viewpoints exist within you. Oops. All viewpoints exist within you. All viewpoints exist within you. All realities exist within you. All images exist within you. All iterations of your physical being exist within you. All appearances of everyone else's physical being exist within you, and they all connect to one another right here and right now. This frame right here and right now connects to your birth and your death. This frame right here and right now connects to you being in every single country that you've ever been. This frame right here and right now connects to you being in your SP's arms, or them in yours, whichever one you prefer. Both mutual, what doesn't really matter. It exists right now from the physical appearances of what it is you are experiencing to the physical appearance of that point right now, and they all exist within your awareness right now, because you could not be aware of something that does not exist. Nor could you be aware of it as a memory if it wasn't already within you. Nor could you be aware that you are connected to it without being able to imagine it and then experience that imagination any which way you like right now, where you're separate from it. You're not separate from anything. You're not separate from anyone. You are exactly who you desire to be right now. You exist as perfection in the most perfect way. All your thoughts about it feels like I'm getting something in 3D. That is just a thought. Your higher knowing is that I get to experience what I want to experience. I get to physically experience what I have already physically experienced, where I've already experienced physically in some way, either sight, touch, knowing, whatever. It all exists within me right now. I am God, I am love, I am the creator. It all exists within me right now. I am God, I am love, I am the creator, and I am in my desired relationship that I desire to be in right now with the person that I desire to be in it with right now. It exists right now. It's my physical choice of reality right now. It exists right now. There's nothing I can physically do to bring it closer to me, because it's already one with me. I couldn't physically get it closer to me. It's one with me. I'm aware of it, and I'm aware that I'm everything in it. It's all within me. I can't physically make it closer. I can't do anything other than experience it. I can't do anything other than know I am the identity that is experiencing. I can't be any more than be the version of myself that I am right now. I am the one that's always chosen. No matter what my past has said, no matter what my future may say, or I think it may say, I choose to identify with being infinity, and as infinity, the version of me that has always and ever will be chosen, the version of me that has always never will be chosen is within me. But I actually want to go a little further than that. Right now, because even feeling chosen feels as if it's the other person's choice to choose me. No, I'm gonna go a bit higher than that. I choose the reality where I chose and she chose to be together. I choose that reality where we chose each other. Because I'm the chooser, I choose to see that viewpoint. I choose to see the viewpoint of Reese, who is always chosen. Whoever Reese chooses, they choose him. That's how you are. That's who you are. You are the creator. I choose to manifest as all that is, knowing I am all that is, knowing that I am the creator. And what I see in my mind's eye is already a reality, and that's my physical reality that I choose. So I am here, I am right now, I am the version of myself in that reality, in that reality, in that box, in that frame. The frame is within me. The entirety of that life lived is within me right now. I choose to be that version. The version who chooses and is chosen by the person that I choose. You see, it's not so much that I choose and then they choose. I'm choosing, but I know that I can only experience it alone. I'm choosing the version of myself where me and that person are already together. Conceding that I will experience this in linear time. Consciously, because it's my choice. It's my choice to experience being in that loving relationship. You see, in this moment, in this specific moment right now, your past doesn't matter, does it? Your future doesn't matter, does it? It's just what's happening now. That's what I choose. I choose this. I choose this what's happening now as my physical experience of reality. I am the chooser. I am the chooser because I am identifying with my higher self as the chooser, the creator. Within my creation, that's within me, I choose the reality where I am experiencing already being in that relationship. I am the chooser. I am manifesting myself as the one who is chosen. And everything is reflecting. So if I am the one that's chosen and chooses, then everyone else in my reality is reflecting, choosing me. I am the version of myself that is in that relationship. I am the version of myself that is in my desired reality, because my desired reality is to experience it. My desired reality is that idea that I'm imagining. That's my desired outcome, my preferred reality. I'm choosing to experience it right now. I'm choosing to experience it right now. That's what the processes are for. That's what scripting and affirming and imagining and whatever all the other things are. Doesn't really matter. That's what it is. I am that. I am the chooser. As I am, in my assumption that I am existing as this area and all at once, that I am able to actually choose, because as my focus, as my attention is that power that creates my experience of reality. My own power creates my own experience of reality. My own power, the only power, that power that I am one with, the only power that exists in the universe, love. Faith, the substance of that which is unseen, becoming seen. I am that power. And right now I'm choosing to collapse whatever appearances, whatever story that I think is here, saying there is no story that I am surrounded by. It's just an appearance in reality. I manifested this appearance in reality. It doesn't matter who, what, where, when, and why. It only matters who I say I am from this moment. And right now in this moment, I consciously assume I am the creator. And I am here in my end. It's all within me. I am already the end identity. And I'm physically experiencing that end identity as my physical experience of reality. And I'm physically experiencing it right now. I can feel it. I can feel my whole body light up. Because I'm physically experiencing that version of myself right now. There's nothing I can do to physically manifest and pull this frame into my physical awareness. So I'm going to assume absolutely that this is my identity. This entire identity right now has its own past, its own future, exists within me, and I assume that every single frame that my I am has attached to it, creating the story of I am in love. I am in love. The person that I am choosing to be with is in love with me. We chose each other. And it's my choice to experience that reality. I assume that my I am is unfolding that reality frame by frame by frame by frame. And I'm physically experiencing it right now. It doesn't matter what the 3D world looks like. I know what and who I chose to be. So I'm going to consciously just follow the script with the assumption that I am the creator, that I have made a decision, that I am standing in my own immanence, and I am persisting in that, knowing that I am exactly who I desire to be right now, and that's what's unfolding. And I will, from a three-dimensional standpoint, experience what it is I want to experience, because I've already experienced it. I've already been to that end. I've already seen the end. From a physical standpoint, conceding to linear time as an experience, I will experience being in that relationship that I desire to be in. I'm accepting that I'm not currently experiencing it physically, in my physical appearance of reality, and that's perfectly fine. That's not my choice. My choice is to experience it. So that being said, I think my battery is dying. My camera. That being said, that's all. So, thank you all for being here. Much love. Thank you all for being here. There we go. Thank you all for being here. Much love. Remember, what you imagine is your physical identity, but you don't have to convince yourself that your physical appearances is what you want to be physically experiencing as those appearances. Accept what it is, or accept what it looks like, accept that you don't know, accept that it has no meaning, and accept that what you have chosen as the creator, because you are the creator, is unfolding as your physical experience. And then just keep experiencing it in your imagination, because it's your choice, it's your preference. Imagine things how you would like them to be, with the assumption that it is unfolding as that, regardless of what it looks like. And that's your reality, that's your experience, because the only thing that matters is how you are experiencing reality. So, that being said, thank you for the questions, thank you for the love, thank you for the support, infinite gratitude for the liking, subscribing, and being here. I have a Facebook group if you want to join and ask me stuff directly. A couple of people have been doing that. It's great. There's a TikTok page that you can jump in between. There's other stuff there, different formats, different presentation of ideas, all the same idea. It's I am the creator, it's all within me. And much love, take care, and love and light, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.